Weave goes into the second spot. Zach Brewer, I think that's Brewer in the third spot. Yes, it is. Ernie Yarbrough back and battling for that fourth spot alongside Foster. Oh, Scott Weaver, the pole sitter.
And he gets tagged from behind. He gets together with the car number 50 of Chad Branham. And they're still wrecking. His car's coming through. Whoa, another heavy impact. The 07 car.
George Crenshaw. That was one heck of a lick. But as you can see, the visibility is gone. When these cars spin around and all that tire smoke, there is no visibility.
Here comes cars now, and they still can't see to get through it. You can't see these cars coming through it. So you can imagine what it was like while it was happening.
See Scott Weaver crawling out of his car.
Davis Myers there in the car number 0. And Weaver, three different impacts for that car number 2. And that's what he does for a living, folks. He builds these race cars, and thus you know he's going to build them safely. And a little bit shaken up, looking down inside the car is Scotty Weaver, the second-generation driver. But it looked like he had an impact against the outside wall with another car, came across, got hit from the back, and then got hit again, just almost head-on.
That blow with the 07 of Crenshaw was just... And then we see Danny Snell in the 25. There's Chad Branham, as you talked about, in the 50 car. And there's Crenshaw's car. And we see the safety... And we see Crenshaw taking his helmet off. He is in contact with the safety workers. Man, Kyle, check this out. There we see the first contact between Weaver and Branham, I guess. Yes. And there's the first lick that you talked about, Jerry. And now, as the 2-car Weaver comes back off the racetrack, it's going to get worse. But believe it or not, folks, it's going to get worse. Watch, the black car just gets by the other car, but here comes Crenshaw and head on those 2 cars.
You know, and you look at the wreck and you say, well, how come the 2-car didn't just slam on brakes and keep the car on the wall? When it tears off that right front, you see him go down across the racetrack and come back up. Right here, it probably severed a brake line when he got hit. He couldn't get this car wound down. Look at the tire bouncing right here.
And, folks, that's what the people behind him are seeing. See all that smoke? We can't see what's going on, but neither can the cars behind them see what's going on.
Watch the impact once again. Weaver is in the 2-car. He was the pole sitter up across the racetrack. Ned Combs just getting by, gets tagged behind. Now watch the right side of your screen. Watch for Crenshaw to come through here. 2 cars, 3 cars. There comes Crenshaw. Boom! Oh, my heavens. Because he could not see a thing at all.
But there's a...
This from Rusty Wise roof cam, the Invenza Shield. Now they're going to make it through. That's Ned Combs right in front of him. They just get by. Boom. And of course,
Rusty Wise didn't quite make it.
No, he didn't make it by. No.
That was the first car that hit the 2-car of Scott Weaver very, very hard, was Rusty Wise. I wondered who that was. Okay, now the cars are back moving again as the...
You know, with an accident of that magnitude, with that much trash on the racetrack, the best thing they can do is stop the race cars in one place, clean up all the debris, because there's nothing worse than having to go through an accident like this and worry for the next 4 or 5 laps whether you've cut a tire or something.
And we see the guy still working with George Crenshaw there, where they had brought the stretcher out, so obviously Crenshaw's tremendous blow. But I did see George take his helmet off and hang it up. There's Scott Weaver, I think, yes. Isn't that Scott Weaver, Jerry? Or no? I'm not sure.
Yeah, looks like Scott they're putting in there. He'd gotten out of the car and was sitting up on the edge of the seat. I'm sure they'll take these drivers in. It's required to go to the infield care center, so we'll give you a list of the drivers. Back at Daytona, we're going to ride along with Scott Weaver, his Goodys body paint roof camera. We'll show you exactly what happened to him.
The 50 car on the outside all of a sudden just turns left. It's like he cut a tire down or something broke on his car, Kyle.
Yeah, it's like something in the steering, because it just absolutely turned left in the middle of the trial where it shouldn't have turned that drastic. But watch this right here. This is incredible. He's sliding along the wall.
And that was, I guess that was Crenshaw that made that tremendous impact.
There again is Branham's car turning left. There is Weaver and Branham going back across the racetrack. Watch the blue car of Combs just getting by. Rusty Wise tags him from behind. Now the 2 cars spins around. Now watch the top of your screen. 1 car will get by the 2 cars. He comes across the racetrack. Crenshaw goes to the inside of the car that gets by, boom, and he has nowhere to go.
Just head on.